Good morning and happy Monday, Q family. This week's QWay Principle is number 35. Don't assume, get the facts. Now, I remember a time several years ago when I received an escalation email from a client that looked like it was a major issue. And from the initial reading it, I thought we had made a huge mistake. And I was ready to start apologizing and making changes. But I took a breath, I stepped back, and I asked the team to investigate. And it turned out the problem wasn't with us and our production. It was how the client had interpreted the data that they had received. So by taking the time to investigate, we not only avoided making unnecessary changes, but we also strengthened our relationship with that client through clear communication. This is a lesson on how assumptions can create unnecessary stress when just taking the time to get the facts can solve everything. So here are some members of the Q family to share their stories about QA Principle number 35.
This QA principle reminded me of an incident I had not so long ago in the company where I was cleaning my water bottle and a gentleman approached me and asked me if the area I was clean. I looked at him, I didn't know him, and also he did not have a badge on. So I told him I cannot share that information, he needs to talk to the security. So I did not assume. I actually went ahead and reported this to the leadership, who also did not assume my information. And they did a follow-up, but they later learned that the gentleman was working for the owner of the building, but we were safe. We put security first, and we did that because we did not assume.
A few weeks ago, I was tasked with working with workers' compensation insurance queue, a process that took quite some time to have it completed. And during this time, the QA principle number 35, do not assume, get the facts, was truly on display. Working workers' compensation is quite tricky because some claims are built to the workers' compensation under the assumption that the injuries or illnesses that the patient had were attained at work. So during this time, I took time to read through the medical records and always verify the employer's details and whether the actual injuries or illnesses were sustained at work. Through this approach, I not only increased the billing accuracy, but it also gave me confidence knowing that every decision that I made was solid.
It was at the very beginning when I started working with a client. There was a day that I received an email in which the client stated that there was a complaint for an agent that they would like to share with us. So I started thinking on all the possible scenarios, even a list of agents that could have done the mistake. So by the day that we have the meeting, then the client explained that they have a dynamic within all their staff, which is that if there was a situation that they consider a learning lesson, something that we can share with the agents to avoid future mistakes, that we're going to have that done. So from that day, I learned that I need to go to a client meeting mindset, that if there's something that I need to acknowledge, I will have that done. If there's anything that requires an action to be taken, I would offer that option to the client, get all the possible facts for the situation, and then get a feedback to the client. So mainly is that assuming things will be always just a waste of time.
There you have it. Go out there, do not assume, get the facts, and have a Q-amazing week.